John Cole with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. In this episode, I'm going to share with you guys how I got blood tests for as low as $5 for super cheap. This is especially important if you guys don't have insurance, like I don't have traditional medical insurance. If you have a health plan or some kind of insurance and see a doctor and you're already paying for that, you know, many of those you could get like some blood tests for free, like maybe every year. I don't know, you have to check your program. But for those of us that don't have insurance or don't want to have to go in and mess with the doctor to get blood tests or talk to your doctor, you could just go on this website. I've researched all the different websites and the lowest prices, and there's lots of websites that you could just go online to. I used to order blood tests through like Life Extension, and there's other companies that'll basically resell you blood tests. But if you want to get the lowest prices, I found this website. It's actually called Jason Health. I've already used them, so I could vouch. I did my recent blood test results on my channel. People want to know where I got my blood tests, and this is it, jasonhealth.com. And you basically just go through the process, and it's super simple. Anybody could do this. You need like a credit card so you could pay online. And you just, number one, you got to find a lab near you. So they use the Quest Labs. Number two, you choose your lab tests. And this is where a lot of you guys might get confused. So I'm gonna share with you guys some of my tips and some of the tests I chose. So you're gonna go ahead and choose your lab test, add them to your shopping cart. You're gonna go ahead and check out, pay with your credit card. And then you, they print out a requisition PDF form. So you will need a printer. You'll print out the requisition PDF form. Then after you print out the requisition form, then you go to the website of the lab and you create an appointment so you don't have to wait in line. Like the lab I went to originally, I didn't make an appointment. I tried to do a drop-in and they were full for the day, especially with everything that's going on in the world. There's lots of people doing testing of various things. So you make an appointment, you show up with the paperwork at your appointment time, give them the paperwork, they don't charge you nothing. You say, I paid online. They take a blood sample. In my case, they took like 13 vials of blood. and a lot of the tests, you have to be fasting. So I stopped eating at 9:30 at night and I got my test like the next day at 11:40. And they'll tell you if you need to be fasting or not. But for the test I'm gonna recommend, or that I got, you need to be fasting. And then that's all you do. They take your blood, they send it off, and then you log in. It'll send you an email when you get your blood test results. They'll email you to log in. You could log in and then download a PDF and then print that out. In my case, there's a few things that weren't like in line, and then they actually, Jason Health actually called me to notify me that, hey, this thing is out of line. You should probably go see your doctor to, you know, check in with it further, right? In which case you might want to consult with some kind of, you know, doctor if you're a vegan. You might want to see a vegan doctor to make, and somebody that specializes in, you know, analyzing your blood tests and knows what's going on so that they can give you the appropriate thing to do. You know, me on the other hand, I basically just looked at it because I've gotten my blood test before and got it analyzed by vegan doctors to see what's up, so I knew what to do. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this and just show you the whole process, how easy it is. First step is just click to start, and then you're gonna type in your zip code. So say your zip code is 94015, right? And type that in, and then it's gonna say, these are all the places near you, and you can see the map. So you get to choose which one you wanna go to. Now, depending on which one you choose, it might give you a different, you know, tests that are available at that lab, because some labs will have some tests available and some others won't. So we're just gonna go ahead and choose the one in San Francisco. And then once you do that, then it's gonna say, help me choose lab test. So this is the part that you could use or not. You know, you're just gonna say, I don't know, maybe we're a female and you're, I don't know, 28 years old and you don't have health insurance. And then you do not have a lab test order from a doctor, you don't need one. And then it's like, then you want to see what kind of lab tests are you looking for. If you just want an annual physical, you could check that. If you're worried about some areas of health, check that. Anyways, if you check them all, you're going to get the most options, but then you'll have to choose more options. And then if you want to select certain things like, oh, I know I got some issues with diabetes, you could check that. If you want to check, see if you got allergies. So anyways, whatever you check, it'll show you the tests for those areas and then you could select them. So, I mean, I'm just going to select all these things so we get the maximum amount, although there's more things that they could check that is not going to be shown on this menu. And then it said, do you want to get check for STDs? We'll do no. Choose desired level of testing, essential, full, or advanced. So I always do like, you can only choose one, so I always choose advanced, figure I'll get like more. And then it comes down, it says, you know, okay, what test do you want? So like, here's an allergy profile test, you know, that's $190. I don't know that I'd do that, but These are the ones that you really want to look for. Annual physical. I mean, these are essential, especially that they're so cheap. Comprehensive metabolic panel. It basically measures fasting blood sugar, calcium, kidney function, liver function, and more. It's like $8. Come on, guys. Like, it's super cheap. CBC, this is like blood measurements. Make sure your blood's all in good shape. It's only $5. So you're gonna go ahead and click add to cart, add to cart. You know, I would personally get a lipid panel. That's really important. Checks your cholesterol. I mean, it's only $10. Hemoglobin A1C is one that I would get. It tests for basically diabetes, but it also checks your blood sugar over time. Of course, please consult your doctor, because I'm not a doctor, I'm a layperson. Consult your doctor about what tests you get, but I'm just sharing with you guys what test I got, right? So we're gonna go ahead and add that to the cart. Here's your vitamin D. This is super essential, especially in these times. You wanna have a strong immune system. You gotta have proper vitamin D, especially if you're not getting enough sun. Test is like $45. Click, I'm gonna add that to cart. B12, you know, B12 super important for vegans and non-vegans. Non-vegans can be deficient in B12. And so that's like a $30 test, so that's more, but I'd say that's well worth it. TSH, test your thyroid. You know, I got that test too also. Urine analysis, I didn't do that one. Advanced lipid panel, cardio IQ, I mean, that's $130. You could get a lot more by just doing these smaller ones. So unless you're like super rich, you might wanna skip that one, unless you're having issues with your like heart and cholesterol and all that stuff. Let's see, and then going down here, this is all like estrogen if you're a woman. You could do testosterone testing if you're a man. I did my testosterone. Oh, I guess even if you're a woman, you could have testosterone because you don't want to, I guess, too much or too little. Let's see, all these. I don't even really know about a lot of these things, but I got, oh, and then this one's very important. You should get your HSCRP. You get a standard, you could also get a standard CRP, but I did the HS because it's a high sensitivity. This is like for inflammation in your body, very important. And then homocysteine, that's like the functional indicator of B12. So you could have enough B12, but if your homocysteine is in the out of range, it means the B12 isn't working. I would get that one too. And then, so here's the thing. You could do either the HSCRP or you could do the CRP. I don't know which one's better. Maybe just get the CRP. I got both those because I think CRP is very important. But the inflammation is really important for me because like people with a lot of inflammation, it's not good to have inflammation in your body unless you're like have an active situation going on. So anyways, I got the ESR SED rate. That's pretty good, I think. And this other stuff, I don't know. I don't have rheumatoid or anything like, or celiac. It's like $70. And then going down, iron is probably really important, especially if you're vegan or not. If you're vegan, you want to make sure you have enough iron. And if you're not vegan and eating animal products, you want to make sure your iron's not too high because that can mess you up. Ferritin measures your iron stores, you know, especially if you're going to have maybe kids or something that might be important. But once again, that's another $15. And then and then keep going down. You know, if you're concerned about your liver, that's probably a really good test to add. Once again, it's like, come on, $5 for some of these tests. Some of these things I have to look up because I don't really know what they are, but I'd at least do like the standard liver thing for $5. And if you're concerned about your liver, maybe you drink alcohol too much, or, you know, our liver is very important for our overall health. You could get some of these $5 tests and, you know, continue on. Once again, you should guys be talking to your doctor. I'm just showing you guys some of the tests that I got. And then, let's see, B6, that's also pretty important, but it's like $55. It's an advanced test, so you got to think about if you want to get it. Let's see what else. Thyroid, probably, oh, see, if it says essential, it's probably pretty important. I got a TSH test also, we'll add that to the cart. Going down, B12, B6, methylmalonic acid. I got this test too, it's $105. I think it'd be probably better serve you guys if you got just a homocysteine if you don't have like a ton of money. All right, so once you add all the ones you want, then you're just gonna go ahead and click view cart. So we're gonna see like the recommended ones that I would get, like the base ones I would get adds up to like, wow, $221. And they do have $18 lab collection fee to like draw your blood. So if that's too much, then let's see, what would I delete? Oh my gosh, that's hard. If I didn't have a lot of money, I would delete the homocysteine. I can't tell you guys what to do because I'm not a doctor, of course. You should consult your doctor. But you know, some of these tests are just good tests to have. And now we're down to 176, and then you could kind of like figure out which ones you don't think are important. So that's our cart there. And if you want to see all the tests that they offer, you could click on the title and then go to the homepage, and then you're going to put in a star in the search lab test and just press enter. And then what's going to happen is you're going to see the ones you have in cart, but then if you go to the bottom, they have like 5 pages and even more of all the different tests that you could get. They have for prostate and like more tests than what comes up as the recommended tests, of course. So like here's a calcium test if you want to learn about that. This is very important, magnesium test. Magnesium is an essential trace element. So once you go through this, like I went through every page of this and added the ones I thought important. Magnesium was definitely one of them. And then furthermore, you could go up to search lab tests and say you want to check your zinc, because zinc is very important for your immune system. You could type in zinc and then it brings up the zinc test, and I would just add the zinc to the cart. Another one that was very important for me to get was selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral. Once again, it tells selenium is an essential element in parenteral nutrition, and also it has to do with immune function. And that's a $35 test, so you might want to get that too. Another one, you could check blood in your mercury, $50. I don't know that I'd do that one. Let's see, another one I got that was important for me was copper. You don't want to have too much copper, you don't want to have too little, but that's like test is $15. So anyways, there's so many different tests you could get. And so I'll put a link down below. I did an iodine test. This is probably not the most accurate way to test your iodine from what I have been led to believe, but at least it tells you at least a baseline. There's probably better iodine tests you could get. And once again, please talk to your doctor. I'm not a doctor, and I don't really know a lot about this stuff, although I know a lot more than the average person. All right, so once you got everything in the cart, then you're just gonna go ahead and proceed to checkout. And then you're gonna put in your name, information, and your payment information, and you're gonna select accept terms of use and press place your order. So once you check out, it's basically gonna have you log into your account, and then you're just gonna print out your requisition form. Once you print out your requisition form, then you're gonna go to the lab website. So let me show you how to do that. So then the next step is you're gonna go to www.questdiagnostics.com. And then you're gonna say get tested. And then you're gonna say make, change, or cancel an appointment. And then you're just gonna say schedule appointment. And then you're just gonna say all other tests. And then you're gonna put in your address. So put in the zip code there. And then you're gonna select, then you could see all the different ones available for you, like near you, all the places, all the different labs you could go to, and then select the date. So on the 6th, there's no time slots. On the 7th, no time slots. Except this one has time slots if you want to travel to that one. So we're gonna go on the 8th, and let's see. Oh yeah, so now on the 8th, you could go to different ones. So you could choose only the ones that are in the white box are available. So you're gonna go ahead and select the one you want, and then hit continue. And then you're gonna fill out your name, date of birth, and your email address. And then you continue, and then basically then you have an appointment so that you show up there at 1:45. If you don't wanna put your information online, which is I did not wanna make an appointment online, you could go ahead into this same website, and then you could see what times they have appointments available, and then kind of go near that time, but be aware somebody else might take your appointment, so you could show up and they'll say, we don't have room today, or you might be sitting there waiting for a while. So it's always best to get an appointment to get your blood drawn. Then you're gonna get blood drawn, they're gonna send it off, and then Jason Health will email you the results that are when they're ready, and then you're gonna log into jasonhealth.com and go to your account, and then you could view your results. And then you could pull up your full results like I did, and your blood test is done. And then, the main thing is you need to kind of interpret them, and I'm not gonna interpret it for you guys. You guys need to contact a doctor, read it off yourself. A lot of the things, you wanna just make sure that it's in range for the most part. There's some exceptions to that rule, but in general, you want things in range. And that's all I could really say, because otherwise consult a practitioner or healthcare provider to learn more about your blood test and have them diagnose it specifically so that they could take your full history into account. Anyways, I'm more of a do-it-yourself guy and figure all this stuff out. But anyways, I really want to share with you guys actually how you guys can get blood tests for as low as $5. Especially important if you don't have insurance. And just to monitor your health, I would encourage everybody out there to do annual blood tests minimally to check in to see how you are doing. If you think you have an excellent fruitarian diet, get your blood tested and prove it with your blood test and make sure that you're on track. And if you're not on track, right, don't go 5 years and like, oh, I got the fruitarian diet messed me up because you never got a blood test to see that your B12 was low, your D was jacked up, you don't have enough selenium because you're not eating Brazil nuts, and then you just like start eating meat. Oh, I ate meat and now I felt better. Happens to so many people that are vegan, fruitarian, whatever. Monitor yourself. If it's not perfect, mine ain't perfect. I've been doing this for 27 years eating raw vegan, right? I'm not perfect. It's fine. It's good to learn that you're not perfect because now you know, like, oh, cool, I can change some stuff, adjust a little bit so I don't have to like make a U-turn and make massive changes to my diet, or even worse, have some kind of chronic health condition, especially checking some of the heart check things. I mean, first sign of a heart attack is you could be dead, you know? If your cholesterol's too high and all these numbers are out, or you got diabetes and you've got like get your leg cut off and like body parts start not working and all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Of course, consult your doctor. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's always good to check out your stuff. And now you guys could know anywhere is where to get it done for pretty cheap. And that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also be sure to share this video with somebody else that doesn't have health insurance so that they could check in to see where they're at and hopefully make adjustments and modify so that you guys could be even healthier. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on my new and upcoming episodes that come in every 5 to 7 days. You never know where I'll show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel that can enrich your health. Make sure you click the bell so you get notified as my videos come out. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 600 episodes at this time on this channel dedicated to teach you guys all about how to eat more healthy fruits and vegetables so that you guys could be healthier. So with that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.